Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Rika and this is Rika Life. Alright, so today for you I have a wonderful hat tutorial. This is the Fresh Air hat and this is what it looks like. I have made two samples to show you. So this is the first one. This is made with yarn by Hirschner's called Sweet Swirls. And this is the color Fresh Air. Then I have another sample, which is right here. This is a yarn by Hobby Lobby. And let me just get this is right here, Baby Bee Sweet Delight Pomp in the color Mint Charm. This is, both of these yarns are 3 weights. And both of these yarns used less than half of a ball of yarn. I will be sharing with you my pattern today. For my pattern, I'm going to be using an H 5mm Susan Bates hook. I'm going to be using some embroidery scissors. And I will be using my darning needles at the end to weave in my ends. So I'll just keep those here on the side and I'll keep the hook. I am going to show you the yarn. Before that, let me just show you the beanie again, the hat. So this hat is for a adult size, and I found that the sizing varies. Even amongst these two that I've shown you, the sizing varies, and you can see that the bottom one is larger. So the sizing for this is approximately 8.5 inches in height to 9.5 inches in height. And that is for a lightweight a 3-weight yarn, okay? And that is what I'll be using for the tutorial today. So that's why I'm sharing this yarn with you. Just to look a little bit up close at the pattern. So just taking a closer look at the pattern here, the pattern starts off with half double crochets. That's how the front of the top of the hat is made. After that, we'll be making some post stitches. After that, we'll be doing half double crochets in the 3rd loop, some double crochets, and then this pattern repeats. So this happens one more time. So again, we do the front post stitches, front post and back post, and then we do the half double crochet in the 3rd loop, and then we finally finish with our border down here. So I will tell you a little bit more about the yarn that I have used. This yarn, and I have one ball right here. This is the color I'll be using today. So the color I just showed you was Fresh Air, and this color is called Pink Pop. This is Hirschner's Sweet Swirls yarn. It is 100% acrylic, a 7-ounce ball, 200 grams, 612 yards or 560 meters. It recommends a crochet H8 hook size of 5mm. You can machine wash and dry. It's made in Turkey, and this is a light number 3. And that is what I'll be using. That's the color Pink Pop. So I have used less than half of a ball for this. And so I just wanted to mention that. So you won't need a full 612 yard ball. And this is the color I'll be using today, Pink Pop. And it just has really beautiful color variations. I cannot wait to work this up with you. And let me just see if there's anything else about the pattern that I wanted to share with you. So this pattern has 20 rows, 20 rounds. And there is a full written pattern for this tutorial available on Ravelry. All the links will be below this video. And of course, you can always refer back to this tutorial. If you are new at crocheting, I would recommend getting the pattern and then doing the hat while having the video on and while having the written pattern. That will really help you to learn how to read patterns, and it will just make your life much simpler. In the past with hat patterns, I give lots of hints. So in this video, I'll be giving lots of hints, and then there'll be hints in the written pattern as well. So I definitely recommend checking that out. So without further ado, we're going to get started. Okay, so we're going to get started with the pattern. And I didn't mention before, but this is a beginner friendly pattern. And I would definitely recommend taking your time with this pattern. Sorry, I have a little bit of yarn barf here before I even get started. So I am going to be using a magic ring. If you are not comfortable using a magic ring, you can always chain 4 and then slip stitch to the first chain to create a circle. But I will be using a magic ring for my hat. And there's my magic ring. So this is round number 1. In round 1, we are going to make a magic ring. In the magic ring, we're going to chain 1 and create 12 double crochets in the ring. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I'm now going to pull on my string to close my circle, and I can go back and count how many stitches I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So I am going to slip stitch to the first double crochet. And now for round 2, I'm going to be increasing. In round 2, we're going to go from 12 stitches to 24 stitches. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do 2 double crochets in each stitch around. The way I do my first double crochet, because I've already chained 1, is I could, so there's a couple of ways. So instead of chaining 1, you can do this and create a double crochet. This is just a fancy way I learned of making a starting double crochet. If you don't want to do that, you can chain 3 and that can count as your first double crochet. That is perfectly fine. I don't remember what kind of double crochet this is called, but it is a double crochet. So we're doing 2 double crochet in each stitch around. So that's the first 2. And we're going to create 2 in each stitch around. I'm so happy to finally be designing again. I had quite a creative block in the middle where I just felt like I had absolutely no ideas coming to me. Sorry, I'm just pulling the yarn out of here. It's a little cozy. There we go. There's a little knot. That's why I was getting stuck. I don't know why there's a knot in here. I'll just take that out. And that's okay. You know that I'm human. These things happen. All right, where were we? Making our 2 double crochets in each stitch around. Here we go. So yeah, I am finally over my creative block and it just feels amazing to design again. And I'm very hopeful that I can get more patterns to you this summer. I really hope. I designed actually 2 hats at one time. So I do have another hat that is, I would describe as a bucket hat. So I would love to make a tutorial for that as well. Let's first do this one and see how this goes. All right. There we go. That is the end of round 2. In round 3, we're going to increase again. And we're going to go from 24 to 36 stitches. So I'm just going to slip stitch in the top of the first stitch of the round. If I can get it in there. There we go. Okay. So round 3, we're going to do 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. So we'll do our first double crochet. I'll do it the same way I did it last time. So that's 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. So that stitch is done. Now we're going to go to the next stitch and make 2 double crochets, and we're going to continue this around. So 1 double crochet in the next stitch and then an increase, so 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and we're going to do this all the way around. So we do 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. You can see the color is already starting to come. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. I'm hoping this is clear enough on the camera. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. I figure it's just easier for us to do this together than for me to keep starting and stopping, so I'm going to do the round with you. Of course, as we get into future rounds that are very long, I think I will have to pause and work on it and then come back. I also don't want to make any mistakes, so here we are. All right, we're almost at the end of round 3. I'm not counting out loud because I don't want to confuse you. I will let you do your counting. And we are almost done round 3. And you will notice that your work is starting to curl. And that is perfectly fine because this is a hat and we want it to curl. So there we are at the end of round 3, and my work is curling up. As I just mentioned, it's curling up. You can see that it's curling up. So in round 4, we're going to go from 36 stitches to 48 stitches. So again, we're going to add 12 stitches, and the way we're going to do that is very much in the way that we just did for round 3. So again, I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the round, and now I'm going to do 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then an increase, 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So I'll just show you that here. So I'm going to make my first double crochet. Oops, sorry, my thing slipped. Oh, it's twisted. Hold on. Okay. So we go like that. We go in and create our double crochet, and we do another double crochet. So we do, in the first stitch we do 1 double crochet, in the second stitch we do 1 double crochet, and in the third stitch we make 2 double crochets. Okay, and that is a repeat for round number 4. I will show you again. So the first stitch we do 1 double crochet, in the second stitch we do 1 double crochet, and in the third stitch we do 2 double crochets. That is round number 4. I will continue that and I will meet you back at the end of round 4. Okay, I'm here at the end of round 4 on my last repeat. 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and 2 double crochets. Okay, so round 4 is complete. I'm going to join to the top of the beginning of the round. That is always fun to find where you have to join. Okay, that's round 4 is done. And you can see that the color is already changing. Now in round number 5, we are going to go from 48 stitches to 60 stitches. And this is the end of the increasing for now. This will be the last round of that, and then we will move on in the pattern. So round 5 is 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, followed by 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So you'll be doing 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. So you're going to count 3 stitches and then you're going to do 2 in the same stitch. So I'll just show that to you one time. So again, I'm going to start off my row with my somewhat fancy double crochet that I learned how to make. So I'm going to do 3 stitches. So I'm going to do, that was the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. Okay, and now in the next stitch I'm going to make 2 double crochets, and that's the repeat. So you have 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then 2 in the same stitch. I just realized that this yarn is a little busy, but hopefully you'll be able to follow along. So I'm going to show you that again for round 5. We're going to make 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And then in the 4th stitch, we're going to be making 2 double crochets in 1 space. Okay, so that's round number 5. 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, followed by 2 double crochet in the next stitch. We're going to do that and repeat all the way around, and then we will join at the end of round 5. All right, we have just completed round number 5, and I am just going to slip stitch to the beginning of the round, and we will move on to round number 6. So my work is still curling, as you can see, and that is perfectly fine. We would like it to curl because we're making a hat. Okay, round number 6 and 7 are the same. In round 6 and 7, we are doing this part of the hat. We will be using front post double crochets and back post double crochets to create this ribbing effect up here. You can see it in this one as well. If that's clearer to you, we'll be creating this ribbing effect. Okay? So this is what I do. So we are starting round number 6, and I have joined to the top of this. I'm going to start with a chain 2. That does not count as a stitch, okay? And I'm going to start with a front post double crochet. So here's my front post double crochet, and then I'm going to do a back post double crochet in the next stitch. And that is the pattern for this round. We'll be alternating a front post double crochet and then a back post double crochet. You're going to do this all the way around for round 6. I will show you how to start round 7, and you should have 60 stitches at the end of this round, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm still working on round 6, but I just want to show you what's going to happen at the end. At the end, we will finish here, hopefully with a back post double crochet, and then I am going to slip stitch to the post of the stitch instead of the top of the stitch. And again, as I did before here, I'm going to chain 2, and then I will do the front post double crochet in this same stitch. And so in round 7, you are going to be making the front post, back post double crochets in the same spots that they were before. So where there's a front post double crochet, you'll be doing that. Where there's a back post double crochet, you'll be making that. So that is round 7, and I will meet you at the end of round 7. All right, here we are at the end of round 7, and I've done my last back post double crochet. I am going to join to the post of the first front post double crochet. Now I've folded my work because my work is all round now because we're working on a hat from the top down. For round number 8, we are going to start the half double crochets. So now we are starting this little part here, And what happens is we create half double crochets and then we will do 3 rounds of half double crochets in the third loop only, and that creates this effect on here. I will give you some more hints as we go along because I realized that my yarn is not all one color. So anyways, for round number 8, let's first start by chaining 1, and in that same place where we just chained 1, I'm going to create my first half double crochet. Oops. And in every stitch around, we are going to do a half double crochet. That will be 60 stitches. So let's not add or subtract any stitches. Let's just make 60 stitches around. You can always count at the end of your round. And the next 3 rounds after this, we will be making half double crochets in the back loop only. And I would like to show you exactly where that is. So if it helps you, you can put a stitch marker at the beginning of your round if that's helpful. If not, then you don't need to. I'm just going to quickly see if I have a stitch marker with me, which in case, okay, I do have one. So I'm just going to put that in the first half double crochet. And that's just to help me once I get to the end of this round. So again, this is round number 8 and we're making 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. I really love this ribbing effect that's going to be made. I just kind of have fallen in love with it this year, and I thought it would be so nice to put into a beanie. So this hat has it twice. We do it twice in this hat. So this is the first time we're going to do it in this hat. And I am just making half double crochets here. It is luckily a nice bright sunny day. I haven't added too much extra light onto the video, so hopefully you can see everything clearly. I'm trying a new setup for my camera. I have a, what do you call it, like a light stand kind of thing, that can, a phone stand thing that's attached to my desk. So I am using that to hold my camera on top, hold my phone on top of my work. And I'm just working away, and hopefully you'll be able to see everything clearly in this tutorial. I really do appreciate all of your comments, and as always, when you make something that I have designed, send it to me, email it to me. I would love to see your finished hats. I would absolutely love to see them. And you know, share them on your social media, link back to Rika Life. I would really appreciate that. All right, let's see how far we have to go. We're almost there. It's funny because right now this hat seems very small, but I think there's one more space where we do an increase, and once we do that increase, then this hat becomes very wearable. I want to mention again that the hat size will vary based on what hook size you use, based on what kind of DK weight or light number 3 weight you use. I used 2 different DK weights, and my hats both came out different sizes. One was 8.5 inches from top to bottom, and one was 9.5 inches. So you can definitely make this in a thinner yarn or a bulkier yarn. If you move up to a worsted weight yarn, a number 4, your hat's going to be even larger than these ones that I'm showing you, which is perfectly fine. I need to take some pictures of myself wearing this hat. It comes down, you know, it's almost covering my glasses. So yeah. Okay, now round 9, 10, and 11, we will be doing half double crochets in the third loop in each stitch, okay? So let's just slip stitch to this first stitch that we made. Let me take out my stitch marker. I'm going to make a slip stitch and chain 1, okay? Now we are going to do half double crochets in the third loop in each stitch, and we're going to do this for 3 rounds. I'm going to show you what this looks like. Hopefully you'll be able to see with my yarn, though I'm using a yarn that is not one color. But you're going to pretend like you're making a regular half double crochet, and instead of going into the top of the stitch, so this is the top of the stitch where we usually would go, we are going to go into the third loop. So if you turn your work, you will see a third loop hanging out right over here. And if you just hold your work like this, instead of down, hold it like this, you will see all the third loops hanging out right there. They're behind the stitch. Hopefully you can see it's the third loop. So there's that V stitch, there's that V, that's the top of your stitch, and it's right behind there, there's a stitch. That is the third loop. And when you do that in the third loop, it creates this nice ribbing effect. I'm going to show you, let me just move this to the side for a second. I'm going to show you on my solid one. So this is, these are actually single crochets, but the anatomy of the stitch is the same. So this is the top of the stitch, okay, right here. We are not going in here, we are going in the back. So in the back, you will see, you can see it more clearly with half double crochets, but in the back, you will see that stitch. Just trying to see if I can just pull out some yarn and quickly, let me see if I can do this. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just playing around here so that I can show you what I mean, and I'm just making some half double crochets in a line. I just chained 11 and I'm going to make 10 half double crochets, and I want to show you exactly where that third loop is. Okay, there are likely tutorials on YouTube and there are likely stitch dictionaries that will tell you where that third loop is, but because I'm doing this hat tutorial and I'm asking you to do this for 3 rounds now and 3 rounds later, I thought it only fair for me to show you exactly what I mean. So let me just see here. Okay, there we go. Why is this getting stuck on itself? I'm sorry, bear with me. Okay, so these are half double crochets, and here you go, you can see it exactly. So this is exactly what I was describing. So all of these are the top of the stitch, and that's where we usually insert our hook and where we crochet. We are not going to be inserting our hook in the top of the stitch. Instead, if you look back, you can see that stitch right there, right there. So we will be inserting in here in the back. Can you see them all? They're all lined up now. So this is the front of the stitch. This is the top of the stitch. And these are the third loops all here in the back. So hopefully that little demonstration was helpful for you. If not, I'm very sorry, and I will try to find another way to explain it to you, but this is what we'll be doing. We'll be doing half double crochets in the third loop. It gives a really nice effect. I really enjoy making this stitch, and I really enjoy the look that it gives. It's just, it makes it look so finished and polished, and it's such a simple stitch. So that is what it begins to look like. It gets this really nice effect, and you can just flip over your work and see what we're working on and see what a beautiful, beautiful definition it gives to that stitch. So we will be doing this for 3 rounds, okay? So what's going to happen is you're going to come all the way around. You will again join to the first stitch that you made, chain 1, and then again work in the third loop. You're going to do that for rounds 9, 10, and 11 for 3 rounds, okay? You should have 60 stitches for each round, and I will meet you back for round number 12. All right, we are done with round 9, 10, and 11. And in rounds 9, 10, and 11, we did that half double crochet in the third loop, and you can see how beautiful that looks now. Hopefully that's clear. Okay, so rounds 12 and 13 are actually increase rounds. So I know we started that here at the beginning where we made the crown of our hat, but at this point I felt like the hat was not wide enough. So I created 2 more increase rounds. So I will guide you through that. In round 12, we will be going from 60 stitches to 72 stitches. So let me just join to the top of the first half double crochet. And now round 12, we are going to make 1 double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches, followed by 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2. Okay, so that is round number 12. So we can do that together. I'm going to make my fancy double crochet. I'm saying fancy because I don't even remember where I learned this, and I don't even remember what it's called. Okay, so that was the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we've made 4 double crochets, and in the next one we'll do the increase. So the next stitch will have 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Okay, and that is round number 12. So there's 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next stitch we make 2 double crochets. That is round number 12. That's the increase round. Go ahead and do that, and I will meet you back for round 13. Okay, I am just finishing up round 12. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2 stitches in the last space. Okay, so round number 12 is complete. Now we are going to increase 1 more time. So round 13, we're going from 72 stitches to 84 stitches. That will be the final stitch count for the hat. I am going to join to the top of my first, what is happening? To the top of my first double crochet. Okay. And now we are going to make 1 double crochet in each of the next 5 stitches, followed by 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2. Okay, and at the end of this round, you should have 84 stitches. So I will show you that a couple of times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by 2 double crochets in the next stitch. We're going to do that all the way around for round 13. And once you finish round 13, please go back and count. You should have 84 stitches, and I will meet you back for round 14 and 15. All right, we are done round 13, and now you should have 84 stitches. I just wanted to show you this, our join. So you can kind of see it there, and I wanted to show it to you on the completed hats. So this is one of them. That's the join there. Not too bad. And then on the other one, that's the join there. It's barely visible. I think it's really good. I'm very happy with it. So, all right, we are going to move on to rounds 14 and 15. And rounds 14 and 15 are a repeat of these 2 rounds, where we again will be doing the back post and front post double crochet stitches. So I'm going to join to the post of the stitch instead of the top of the stitch. And I'm going to chain 2 as I showed you before. Now again, I'm going to do 1 front post double crochet followed by 1 back post double crochet. And I'm going to repeat this all the way around, okay? When I get back here, I will have a back post double crochet. I will join around the post of the stitch, not the top of the stitch, around the post of the stitch. And then I will chain 2 just as I began this round, and I will do it one more time. So rounds 14 and 15 are chain 2, 1 front post double crochet, 1 back post double crochet, and repeat that all the way around and join. So you're going to do that for 2 rounds, and then I will meet you back for round 16. All right, rounds 14 and 15 are done. We now have the back post double crochet, front post double crochet ribbing. Now we are going to move on to round 16. We are getting near the end of our hat. And as you saw before, after the ribbing comes our half double crochet in the back loop, third loop. So we are first going to create a round of half double crochets, okay? So this time I am going to join to the top of the stitch here, and I'm going to make 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. So I'm going to chain 1, and in that space I just created, I'm going to make a half double crochet in there and in each stitch around, okay? And we are sitting at 84 stitches, so you should have 84 stitches at the end of this. I will just let you know what the next couple of rounds look like so you have a heads up. After this half double crochet round, we have 3 rounds, rounds 17, 18, and 19, which are going to be, as we did before, half double crochets in the third loop in each stitch around. After that, we will have a round of single crochet, and then our hat is done. So do this round number 16, half double crochet in each stitch around, and again I will show you how to do the half double crochet in the third loop, and we are almost done our hat. Sorry for the noise, there's lawn mowing happening outside, and I was hoping that I would get a lot of quiet for this video, but I apologize if you can hear it. So I will let you do these half double crochets, and I will meet you back to show you how to do rounds 17, 18, and 19. All right, I am done round 16. I have made a half double crochet in each stitch around, and I have 84 stitches. So round 17, 18, and 19, we will be doing this part of the hat again. We will be making half double crochets in the third loop of each stitch around. So let's just join to that first stitch, which should be right here. Okay, and we will make a half double crochet in the third loop. I'm just going to mark that stitch for myself so I know where we started. And now I will be going around and making a half double crochet in each stitch around, a half double crochet in the third loop, okay? Not in the front loops, not in the front or back loops, only in the third loop. I will be doing this for 3 rounds, so once I get over here, I'm going to join here with a slip stitch and then chain 1, and again do this. So I'm going to do this 3 rounds, round 17, 18, and 19. I'm going to do this, and then once that is complete, round 20 is a round of single crochets. So let's work on this, and I will see you at the end of round 20 to see our completed hat. All right, we finished our half double crochet rounds, and I finished my single crochet round at the end. We are done. I am going to do an invisible join to end my project so that I have a nice, neat finish. And here we go. I'm going to take out my stitch marker. And there is my invisible join. And there is my hat. Look at my hat. It's all done. Look at that beauty. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Look at the pinks and the red and the orangish color. It's just stunning. I really love this color and I really hope that it's showing up nicely on the screen. So let's just see now that I've made two with the same yarn how they measure up. Yep, they're exactly the same. So this is the color Pink Pop. This is the color Fresh Air. And then this is a Hobby Lobby yarn. I decided to make it in a solid color when I was testing it so that you could see the actual pattern so that it was more easily visible. But I really wanted to make it in this color changing yarn because it just, everything just pops, like Pink Pop. It just looks so nice. So thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed making this hat with me. I would love, love, love to see your finished project. So please email me rikalife11@gmail.com. Definitely check out the description box below. There is a full written pattern for this tutorial, as I mentioned before, which is available on Ravelry. So just follow the links and it will take you there. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful crochetful day and I'll see you again soon. Bye.